So the question I asked myself was like, what will I be doing in my life after school? I think at some point I even asked the guy if we have front end and back end, we should have is it middle end or what? And then I think at that time he got like $5,000. And then I was like,
that was tempting. And
yeah. So I asked myself, how much does a civil servant earn after their 30 years of service? And I was like, I need to do something better in my life.
Hello everyone, it's the Tech Translator and I especially welcome you to another session in Blockfuse Labs where we bring in techies, tell us their stories and how far they've come. So with me today is an amazing personality who will be walking us through his story into the tech space. Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Hello.
So, thank you very much for doing this. I know that you're a very busy person. Thank you so much for sparing out time to be here with us. I'm super excited to hear your story, by the way. So, can we briefly meet you, your name and then what you do?
Okay, my name is Andrew Tehemba.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a aspiring full stack software engineer.
Okay.
I'm currently done my back end and I'm now focused on front end aspects.
Whoa, I don't know, but the fact that you said it from back, that's amazing. So today is all about you. I need to shut up. Anyway, so my first question is, I would like to know how your first exposure into tech and then Web3 was all about. How did it start? How did you get the spark that, oh, I want to go into tech?
Okay, it all started when I was still in the university studying chemical engineering.
Okay.
So the first cutoff was during the COVID-19. I had to stay home for a few months. And then after that, the long ASU strike came in. So at the end of the strike, we resumed normally. And then towards the beginning of our first semester examination, that was my 500 level.
Okay.
And then another strike came in.
Oops.
And then I was hoping the strike would last just for like a month or so.
Yeah.
But then the first 2 months came and went, and then I noticed that after 5 months, the strike was still ongoing.
Oh, so 5 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the question I asked myself was like, what will I be doing with my life after school? I mean, at that point, I was like, okay, this is just a test of what life is going to be like after school. So it was time for me to get up. So a friend of mine told me about a Google developers bootcamp that was ongoing. I think his brother was the one handling the whole stuff. Okay. So he told me I could apply for front end. To be honest, I didn't even know what front end meant at that time.
Okay, really.
All I knew was that I think I heard people talk about being website developers. That was what I knew. I never knew it was on like back end, front end. I think at some point I even asked the guy if we have front end and back end, we should have is it middle end or what? So stuff like that. So I think I registered for it, but then I had a laptop that was so amazing. Like each time I put the laptop out, I need to use my hand to support the laptop.
Oh, okay.
So because of that, man, 1 month into the program, I was like, man, this is not for me. So I stopped.
Wow.
And then I think a few months later, school resumed, and I was like, I'm back to my game. Let me go and continue with school. So I think before my final year exams, a friend of mine was like, there is this thing in blockchain that you can be an ambassador and they can actually pay you for your work. And then I think at that time he got like $5,000. And then I was like,
that was tempting and
so I asked myself, how much does a civil servant earn after their 30 years of service? And I was like, some of them at most they earn like 5 million naira, some 10 million naira, and then somebody earned $5,000.
Yeah.
I think then the conversion rate was around 450 or 500 or so. And I was like, I need to do something better with my life. It was at that point that I said, even though school is not a scam, I feel that the essence of schooling is not for me to get a job in the conventional Nigerian setting after school. So that was the first attempt I made into tech. So that was
actually, that's That's very encouraging. The fact that the educational system in Nigeria can be very, dramatic. And something good came out of the whole strike thing, because in as much as, yeah, I know, at some point you kind of gave up. You got to a point where that was a very good foundation, to be honest. Now, there are people that during that strike period didn't really do anything interesting at all. Some people wasted it, I would say. But you did something very amazing.
Because, I think after the whole strike
Yeah.
stuff, I think it was 1 week to my final year exams. Then I think I was on Telegram space one day, and then somebody came and was looking for a content creator. I just went to the group and I replied to the person that I'm the best content creator the world has ever seen.
Amazing.
I don't care what you think. You argue with yourself. If you want to know if I'm telling the truth, hire me.
Okay.
So I said it casually. I think 6 months later,
Yeah.
I just went to Telegram and I saw that the person messaged me.
Yes.
And then I was like, the person was not online at that time. So I was like, just tell me whatever you want me to do.
And you did.
And I'll do it. And then I think I was applying for a job that was paying me like $20 a week for a community chatter like that. And then the person offered me the job of social media manager. I was like, do you have experience managing social media? And I was like, yeah, I have a wealth of experience. But to be honest, even at that point, I didn't know there was anything like social media management. Even though I saw the advert, but then I did not apply because they said they wanted a specialist. And I was like, I don't even know anything about it, so why would I want to apply? And then that was the job the person offered me, and then that was how my journey in social media management started.
Okay, you're a box of a lot of talent, I can see. So I am very interested in knowing how you got into Blockfuse Labs.
Okay, how I got into Blockfuse Labs. I've been following the CEO on Facebook, I think since 2018.
Oh.
I just discovered, then he used to post about football, and then later he would analyze movies on Facebook, like I think Game of Thrones, stuff like that. So during my service year in Kaduna, I was still following him up. So one day I saw that he posted about Blockfuse Labs. It didn't really pique my interest because what I wanted to do was that after my service year, then where I was serving in Kaduna, I was actually doing data analytics.
Okay.
So all I wanted to do was after my service year, I was asking myself whether I should go back to Lagos or I should go back to Akwa Ibom State. I mean, one day when I saw how they started building Blockfuse Labs from scratch and how rapid the progress was, I think I sent him a message on Facebook. And then I told him that I would love to join Blockfuse Labs. Then they said they were going to do Web3 training free of charge. And then I was like, I have a fair knowledge of Web2 and all of that. And then it was like, you can't do Web3 if you're not extremely good at Web2.
Yeah.
So I think I was like, okay, maybe this is not for me. Then I think 2 weeks later or the same week, they announced that they were going to take the first set of Web2 developers. They were going to train them from the ground up till become very good and then transition into Web3. So then I think I still had like 3 months for my service, so I couldn't come for the first cohort. So that was it.
Okay.
So I think by the time I was done with the service, that was 2024, around November. Okay, October 30th, 2024. Okay. So I was to go back to Akwa Ibom State for my convocation. So when I traveled to Akwa after my convocation, I just told myself, you know what, I'll come to just for the program. So after everything, I had job offers, they were waiting for me, but I was like, you know what, let these jobs wait. Let me do something crazy. And everybody thought I was actually crazy. And that was how I found myself at Blockfuse Labs.
Okay. Now, you rejecting those offers was actually a very big sacrifice. So that leads me to the next question. Do you think it's worth it? When you look back, do you sometimes wish you had taken those jobs, or you're actually happy that you didn't take the job?
Actually, I don't regret. But then I think last year around June, something happened, and then I was like, you know what, I have a lot of things that could be doing with my time other than code. Maybe this programming stuff is not for me. So I wanted to like just quit and go back to Lagos. I think then I spoke with somebody,
Okay.
one of my bosses I worked with in Lagos, and he was like, "Why not? I should just come. He's going to offer me a good position in the company." So I told myself that there has to be something that this man has seen in me that each time he has the opportunity, he keeps calling on me to come. So I was like, I'll think about it. So I came to the hub and then I spoke with the CEO.
Yeah.
And I told him about my plans to quit and then go back to Lagos. And he told me one thing. He said that what I'm doing now might not make sense to me, but if I keep doing it, I will grow in it.
Yeah.
And that these things I'm running back to, I will eventually discover that they are not even worth my time. So I stayed back. One of the reasons why I wanted to go back was because the job was there at that time. I think the project stopped.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have that kind of funds because transfer myself to this place back and forth and all that. So let me just go to a place where I can just chill and then live life in my own terms. But he said I should stay, so I said okay. So I registered for the next course, just cohort 3, and then I kept on pushing. But I don't regret that I did not take those jobs, and I will never regret.
Okay. I mean, that's very good. I like what you mentioned that the CEO said. One thing I believe is whatever you're doing, if you don't feel like giving up, or if you don't feel like, okay, this is not the thing for me, that means it's not good. Because most times when you are very comfortable with what you're doing, it's like, it's not really, there's no value. But for the fact that at some point you felt like, okay, you were already, it was becoming very challenging. You know, there's always a sweat before, some of my friends would say sweat before sweet.
Right? And the thing is, when I say I left chemical engineering to come and do tech, maybe people have this notion that maybe I did not do well. But I'm not bragging, but I was one of the best students.
I mean, it's something to brag about now.
I was one of the best students during my set. Like, I was one among the 5 students. I had A in their final year project, and I graduated with second class up by chemical engineering. So it's not like I did not do well in chemical engineering. I said to let me find something. It was a decision to switch career path. That was it.
That's actually very interesting. Yeah. So this is for the beginners, right? This question is for you to just speak to the beginners. Like, looking back at where you started, what would you have done differently? If you were to start your journey today, what would you do differently? Something that you wish you had done back then?
Okay. So one advice I would give to the beginners is that they have to understand that consistency compounds.
Okay.
Now, the little you put in today and you put in tomorrow actually compounds. Unlike waiting to do everything all at once. Yeah. You're going to definitely break down. It will wear you out. Now, one of the mistakes I made when I started was the fact that I came here and I believed I wanted to do the hard things. So at some point, I ignored the little things, and basics matters a lot. So the advice is that take things slowly, be consistent, because it is that consistency that will definitely push you there. Because people say work smart, you don't need to work hard, and then they make it look like hard work is actually bad. But for me, I feel that hard work actually makes you believe that you can actually conquer grounds. What smart work is there is to give you the direction that comes from the work you've put in. Like the vlogs will always tell us, don't do the barest minimum and then expect to be there.
Okay, thank you very much for sparing out the time to do this with us. It was a pleasure having you and listening to you tell us your story. And for the listeners and those who are watching us, I'm pretty sure you've learned a lot. And for beginners, I hope you were encouraged listening to Mr. Andrew tell us how he started. And one key thing that really touched me was the fact that consistency is key. If you want to grow, you have to be consistent and do not ignore the basics. One step at a time. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to have you again.
Definitely.
Alright, see you in our next session. Bye.